Hey guys, Brett Ellis here. I was having a conversation with a guy this morning about online dating. Now, I absolutely hate online dating, and I'll tell you why. Online dating sucks because when you're communicating with people, okay, 55% of what's actually being communicated is being communicated through your body language, okay? So that's over half. Now, with online dating, you're not communicating body language because they can't see you, they can only see your text. They also because they don't really know you, they don't understand your tonality. So I'm super sarcastic, and if I say something to someone that's very sarcastic, it's really, really difficult for them to pick up on my sarcastic tones, my tonality of my voice, okay? And that's about 33 or 32%, maybe a bit more. But what's remaining is around about 7%, and that's just the text. So when you're texting back and forth on your phone, or you're writing to someone on online dating, you're only communicating 7% of the entire message. So you're going to miss a hell of a lot. Now, that is an issue in itself. But here's another thing. So when you're online dating, it's like you're shopping. It's like you're shopping for something, okay? Because that's what it is. Like, it's a meat market. You look at people, you look at their profile, you're judging them based on the things that they've written. If they can't write, if that's not the way that they communicate, then obviously that's going to suck too. Now, most people aren't that creative with their profiles and their pictures and everything like that. So they all say they like windy walks on the beach. They're looking for someone to settle down, and it's just the same old crap. Now, my buddy that I was chatting to he's a little bit short. Like, he's not tiny, so he's about 5'7". I think it's about 172 centimeters, maybe probably about 172, maybe 175, which is a little bit shorter than me. And like, I've always been a short ass, but I've never really, it's never been a problem for me. Now, the thing was, he's online dating, and a girl will ask, "How tall are you?" And immediately what she's doing is she's got a checklist here, and her checklist for her ideal man is someone who looks like this, does this, has this job, and he checks off all those things anyway. Generally speaking, is a very successful guy, a very cool guy as well. However, the issue is when she asks him how tall he is, her criteria generally for most girls is like, I want him to be 6 foot, anything like that. So basically what she's doing is she's checking off a guy on her criteria, okay? So she's not even seeing him as a human being, because on the internet, on a computer screen or on your phone, things aren't real, okay? So that's what she's doing, and so he was really getting bummed down by it, thinking that he's going to be doomed to be single forever because he thinks himself is a little bit short. Definitely not the case. So what I said with this, so say for example you want to buy a car, or you're shopping for a car, but you're going online and you're looking at different cars, and this one looks really, really pretty, and you're really, you're a bit excited about this car, but then you think about your garage space or your criteria, and it needs to be able to fit into that garage space. So, you look at this car, and then you look at the specs, and you see how wide the car is, how tall it is, because you're not too sure if it's going to fit. So that's your checklist. So you'll go out to your garage, and you'll measure it, and you make sure that the car can fit, and you make sure there's enough clearance so you can fit comfortably, and the whole world's going to be perfect, and everything's going to be great. But if you were to go down to a car yard and you see a car, and then you sit in the car and you take it for a little bit of a drive, and you can smell the new car feelings, and then you've got this great salesperson sitting next to you telling you all the benefits, you're not really going to care if it's going to fit into the garage as much. Because you're seduced, because you've met it in person, you're experiencing that car as it is, and it's mesmerizing, and it's seductive. So what might happen is, you might enjoy the car, like the car for what it is, like the color, like how it makes you feel, have a good time driving it around, and then you end up buying it anyway, and you don't really care if it's going to fit in the garage or how much clearance it might have. Now, obviously, if you've only got a room for a Mini, however, you're buying a Mack truck, not going to fit in, so it definitely won't work. But you're not going to be too picky. So let's say, look, you're seduced by this car and you end up buying the car anyway. You drive it home, and then it might be not enough clearance or might be just enough clearance. It's kind of uncomfortable, but because you love the car so much and you've been seduced by how amazing it is, you're just going to just deal with it and not really care too much about it. And worst case scenario is, if it doesn't fit in the garage, you can, park it on the lawn or, park it on the street or whatever. So what I'm trying to say here is you need to get off online dating, because literally it's just checking boxes, okay? And you can't communicate properly through online dating. I hate it. It's the worst thing ever. It has its place, but for like building an actual connection and to really find out what these people are actually like, completely not worth it. What you need to do is you're going to go to places where your dream girl is, or where the type of girl that you would like to meet, going to hang out and meeting them in person. Now, if you were to you meet someone online and hopefully get them to a one-on-one date ASAP, because you are going to then be able to seduce them, or to show them that, hey, I'm an actual person, I'm cool, I'm good. And then even if you are short, or you do have a weird nose, or you've got a funny limp, or whatever, it doesn't matter, because she's already been seduced by all the other benefits that you're bringing to the table. However, online and just chatting to each other through text, you can't demonstrate that. So you need to get off online dating, you need to get offline and meet these people so you can communicate who you are completely as a person, instead of how good you are at texting and everything like that. Because remember, it's only 7 to 10% of what's actually being communicated. So I just wanted to bring that to you to think about it, because I know a lot of people struggle with online dating. I mean, even I did, and I've written an article about it, how to make online dating suck less, and I used to have a really cool spiel. It was really funny, but it's still, like, you can't build that connection. And it's not to say it doesn't work, it does. It's just you just got to go and meet these people. Like, you're just avoiding the inevitable. Go and meet these people. Go to places where the person that you want to meet or your type might be, and then go and meet people. Go spark up conversations, and guarantee you way more success, because then you can communicate using everything, like with your witty banter and your sarcasm and your fun and your playfulness, and your intelligence, and you're not just checking off boxes on a stupid checklist with criteria saying that you should be like this, you've got to be this % body fat, and you've got to be all this, because that's just not real life. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I hope you like this video, and I will chat to you again. Bye bye.